Hi, this is Kirsty at Navigating Baby, and today I am making pirate cupcake fondant toppers. So what you need is a cutter like this, so just a circle one, preferably with a plain edge rather than the jagged edge. You'll need some fondant, so I've got some flesh coloured fondant, I've got some red for the pirate's hat, some white to go on the as spots, and then some black for the eyes and eye patch. So that's all you're going to need. I'm going to get started now. You can use whatever colours you want. For a recent party I made both girl and boy pirates, so we had lots of different colour hats, but you can decide what you want to do. So first thing you're going to do is take your cutter, cut out a circle shape, and then you're just going to move that over. So that's going to be the size of the finished cupcake topper. So really you want to make sure that this cutter that you use does line up with the size of your cupcakes. So then you're going to take your colour that you've chosen, and all you need to do, you don't need a complete circle, you just need really to roll it out enough that you're going to be able to put your cutter across it and get a decent size. So you're going to cut it out. You can see that's a bit higgledy-piggledy, but that's fine. I'm going to even it off slightly, but you don't need it to be exactly even because it is supposed to be his bandana. So we're just going to lay that on the top there to see what that will look like. And then you can use your fingers just to slightly curve it around. Okay, that's about right. So you want a little bit of water. You're going to dab it on to the base, and then just stick your little hat or bandana onto your pirate. So don't worry about the icing sugar that's showing on the top here. You might need to put icing sugar down on your boards just to make sure that everything doesn't stick, but you can use water at the end to take it off. So then you're going to get your white, or again whatever colour you use. You're going to take off little bits and make it into little balls. Just give them a press down. So these are like the spots on your pirate's hat. And you can make them just kind of go over the edge, make a bit more of a 3D effect. So up to you the size and how often you put them on. Doesn't matter if they're not exactly the same size, because again this is supposed to be material. So we'll do another one there. And one more, I think. And then you can just use your fingers to just shape them out a little bit. I think we still need one more over here. Okay, so you can put on more or less as you see fit. See, if I just take my brush here now, I'm just taking that icing sugar away. So then you want another little bit of your flesh colour just rolled into a small ball, and this is going to be our nose. So we're going to pop that in the centre, and then our black. So a little bit of black, just soften it up a little bit, and again break off a small amount, and we're just going to get a little eye. So I'm going to put the water on for that in a moment, but what I'm then going to do is use the rest that I've got, just pressing it out with my finger, flattening it off, and then I'll put it down here. You can use the end of your paintbrush just to move it around. That's going to be his eye patch. So once you're happy with where they are, then you get your little bit of water, dab them, and then another bit of black to make the strap of the eye patch. So for this you want it to be thin so that it's just going to come across the head. I find that the easiest way to do it is to make it longer than you need, and then just chop it off at the end. You can then get your water again and stick that on. Now, of course, it's got to be attached to the other side of his head. And here you can either make a really long strand that goes all the way across the front of the bandana, or you can just make a smaller piece, which I kind of prefer to do because I think it's slightly easier than having this really long, thin piece that you've got to try and work with. And then again, just using the end of your paintbrush, you can maneuver it about and give it a little press down. And then again with the water. Okay, one last thing, just to finish our little pirate, he needs a mouth. So again, you can use the black or you can use red for the mouth, and you just roll it out and make a cheeky little smile. A little bit more water. And once these set, then they'll be completely stuck on. So once this dries out, it won't come off again. Give that a little press down. Use my knife to turn him around so you can see him. And that is your little cupcake topper. So then what you can do is use a little bit of jam that you heat up just to spread across the top of your cupcake, or a little bit of royal icing and just to stick him onto the top of the cupcake, or you can use them on top of a biscuit.